U.S. added 559,000 jobs to the economy last month, but that number is somewhat of a disappointment. Economists thought 670,000 jobs would be added. The good news, though, the unemployment rate fell to 5.8%. That was a bigger drop than expected. A short time ago, President Biden addressed these numbers and the state of the economy, laying out his plans to get the nation back on track after COVID.
Which is why, leading us out this hour, we have senior White House correspondent for NBC Digital, Shannon Pettypiece, who is in Washington, D.C. as well. And we also have CNBC reporter Kate Rogers there in San Francisco. So let's go ahead and start with you here, Shannon. What is the president saying about these latest numbers?
He's trying to focus on the positive. You mentioned that drop in unemployment. You talked about how these May numbers are better than April. But of course, you said not as good as expectations, which we have seen a number of times in recent weeks. Now, the president emphasized that that is to be expected. He described this as some bumps in the road ahead. And here's how he framed that in brief remarks he made earlier today in Rehoboth.
America is finally on the move again. As we continue this recovery, we're going to hit some bumps along the way. Of course, that'll happen. We can't reboot the world's largest economy like flipping on a nice light switch. We're on the right track. Our plan is working, and we're not going to let up now. We're going to continue to move on.
Administration officials have as well tried to use this to help boost their case for why the U.S. needs this massive infrastructure spending bill that the president is proposing, to use that and that $2 trillion in money to help give the economy even more of a jump start, considering that some of these numbers aren't going as expected.
Yeah, Shannon, I'm glad you brought up that infrastructure bill, because that's what I'm curious about. We know that the president is expected to speak to Senator Capito. Does this job report at all change those negotiations or even the balance of power in those negotiations?
I mean, it could potentially put a little bit more pressure on Republicans, but Republicans, of course, say they have their own economic concerns, and that's inflation, and that pumping all this money into the U.S. economy could lead to inflation. Now, we know these talks between the White House, Biden, and Capito, they're really starting to come to a head here. The president, in his last meeting, I'm told by an administration official, really tried to reach a common ground on how they could pay for this plan using other tax mechanisms other than pulling back some of the 2017 tax law that Republicans have said is a red line for them. The White House feels like they put forward a pretty good offer Republicans should be able to agree to. So if there does not appear to be a counteroffer or any consensus coming back from Republicans, we could be nearing the end of these conversations, but still unclear if Democrats even have the votes to go it alone, like a lot of people do, with Senator Joe Manchin indicating he still wants to see a bipartisan bill on this.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.